Close your eyes and picture the early 1950s. The war was over, the suburbs were booming, and the American family was building their own future. This Delta Homecraft Catalog from 1952 is the blueprint for that dream. They were selling the promise that any person could afford to build their dream shop. And if you stick around until the end, we'll take a look at this price sheet to see how they lived up to that promise. Let's get to the heavy iron. This is their 8-inch Tilting Arbor Saw. This machine was the center of the universe for the 1950s DIYer, boasting a crisp cast iron top and a 2¼ inch cutting capacity. Let's compare that to their model 34-160 circular saw, which was a tilting table saw. To cut a bevel, you had to tilt the entire cast iron surface. It seems dangerous and awkward today, but this was the budget-friendly way to get a Delta badge in your garage. But let's be honest, we're all glad the Tilting Arbor won the war. This catalog also features a setup you almost never see anymore, but it was genius for the time: the saw jointer combination unit. Why mount them together? Because back then, electric motors were very expensive, and this setup let you run both your table saw and your jointer off a single motor. You'd cut your board, step to the left, and joint the edge. It's a brilliant example of that 1950s efficiency. This was especially attractive for home woodworkers, since having a dedicated jointer was really seen as a luxury, since it was such a specialized tool that could easily be replaced by the use of a hand plane. Take a look at their 11-inch Homecraft drill press. Before everyone had a dedicated router table or a spindle sander, this one machine did it all. It really was the Swiss Army knife of the shop. They market this as 7 tools in 1. Look at the accessories: mortising attachments, sanding drums, router bits, and shapers. And of course, the scroll saw. This was huge for hobbyists. Flip to the back and you see a section on how to make money with your workshop. They were selling the idea that these tools could pay for themselves if you joined the Jigsaw Guild and sold your projects. Next, we hit the indispensable finishing and sharpening tools. We see the classic bench grinder and the disc and belt sander combination unit. The sander is a perfect example of homecraft efficiency. 2 essential abrasive tools powered by a single motor to save space and money. This part of the catalog shows the complete vision. These weren't optional extras. They were the final steps to turning your raw material into a polished, professional product. And finally, we move past the cutting tools and into the finesse. Delta's Homecraft line of tools offered yet another tool that most home woodworkers probably never dreamed would be possible to have in their workshop. On the following page, we'll see this dream tool, the Delta Homecraft 4-speed lathe. They marketed this as the tool that added value and that professional touch to your furniture. If you take a look at the length of the bed, it shows you they weren't cutting corners. Even their budget lathe was a rugged, serious piece of equipment designed to last decades, not just a few projects. Having seen the breadth of tools that Delta was offering in their Homecraft line of tools, it's clear that they were selling a complete, turnkey solution for the ambitious post-war woodworker. So, we know they were selling a great selection of high-quality tools, but at what cost? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: price. The video thumbnail says DIY prices. But what did that mean in 1952? If we look at the price sheet, you're looking at prices that seem unbelievable, around $40 for the basic saw. Now, adjusting for inflation, that's still a chunk of change today. But here's the difference. You weren't buying plastic. You were buying American cast iron, precision ground tables, and tools that, let's face it, are probably still running in someone's grandfather's shop right now. Flipping through this catalog, you realize that Homecraft wasn't just a brand name, it was a standard. They built pro tools for the home. If you look at the vintage tool market today, these are still everywhere. Why? Because they were built to last forever. Thanks for sticking around until the end of this video. Let me know in the comments if you still use any Delta Homecraft tools, and let me know if there is another vintage tool catalog that you would like to see next.